Genesis 4:25. Adam had intercourse with his wife, and she gave birth to a son whom she named Seth. Genesis 4:26. A son was also born to Seth, and he named him Enosh. This man was the first to invoke the name of Yahweh. Now, it doesn't mention where Seth's wife came from, another woman from Nod possibly, or maybe someone from another Neolithic community downstream in the Tigris-Euphrates Valley. But her folks cannot be of the lineage of Adam and Eve, and must also be counted among the other people. But whatever happened to Adam? After all, way back there in chapter 2:17, warning Adam about the magical fruit of knowledge, Yahweh told him, "On the day that you eat of it, you shall most surely die." So, when did Adam die? Genesis 5:4. Adam lived for 800 years after the birth of Seth, and he became the father of sons and daughters. Genesis 5:5. In all, Adam lived for 930 years. Then he died. Hey, that's pretty good. 900 and some odd years isn't bad for a man who's been told he's going to die the next day. Well, the story goes on, and maybe next time the witless come to visit, I'll tell more of it. But suffice it to say that those of us who are not of Semitic descent, i.e. not of the lineage of Adam and Eve, cannot share in the original sin that comes with that lineage. Being that the Bible is the story of the lineage of Adam and Eve's descendants and their special relationship with their God Yahweh, it follows that this is not the story of the rest of us. We may have been Cain's wife's people, or Seth's wife's people, or some other people over the hill and far away, but whichever people the rest of us are, as far as the Bible is concerned, we are the other people. And so we are continually referred to throughout. Later books of the Bible are filled with admonitions to the followers of Yahweh to learn not the way of the pagans, Jeremiah 10:2, with detailed descriptions of exactly what it is we do, such as erect standing stones and sacred poles, worship in sacred groves, and practice divination and magic, and worship the sun, moon, stars, and the Queen of Heaven. You must not behave as they do in Egypt, where once you lived. You must not behave as they do in Canaan, where I am taking you. You must not follow their laws, Leviticus 18:3, for Yahweh, as he so clearly emphasized, is not the God of the pagans. We have our own lineage, and our own heritage, and our own tale that is not told in the Bible. We were not made, like clay figurines, by a male deity, out of dust from the soil. We were born of our Mother Earth, and we have evolved over eons in her nurturing embrace. All of us, in our many and diverse tribes, have creation myths and legends of our origins and history. Some of these tales may even be actually true. Like the descendants of Adam and Eve, many of us have stories of great floods, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and other cataclysms that wiped out whole communities of our people, wherein I alone survive to tell the tale. Nearly all of our ancestral tribes, and especially those of us today who are reclaiming our own pagan heritage, lack that peculiar, obsessive, body modesty that seems to be a hallmark of the original sin alluded to in the story of the fall. We can be naked and unashamed. Why, our goddess even tells us, as a sign that you are truly free, you shall be naked in your rights. Not being born into sin, we have no need of salvation, and no need of a Messiah to redeem our sinful souls. Neither heaven nor hell is our destination in the afterlife. We have our own various arrangements with our own various deities. The Bible is not our story. We have our own stories to tell, and they are many and diverse. In a long life, you may get to hear many of them. May you live long and prosper. SSanf read that. Blessed be.